For most of human history, a crying baby was not just stressful. It could expose everyone. Imagine a small group of people at night. The fire is low. The trees are moving in the dark. Somewhere beyond the edge of the camp, an animal makes a sound. And then suddenly, a baby starts crying. Not a soft little noise. A sharp, helpless cry cutting through the night. Today, that sound means exhaustion. Back then, it could mean attention. Predators could hear it. Rival groups could hear it. The whole camp could hear it. And hidden inside that terrifying moment may be one of the oldest survival switches in the human body. Because when a baby is picked up and carried, something changes. Not just emotionally, biologically. In a laboratory in Japan, researchers tested something tired parents had already known for thousands of years. They placed monitors on babies. They watched their heart rates. Then they compared two simple situations: a mother holding her baby while sitting, and a mother standing up, holding the baby, and walking. The difference was not subtle. When the mother walked, crying often dropped quickly. Within about 30 seconds, the baby's heart rate could slow, the body became more still, and the infant seemed to fold into the caregiver, almost as if the nervous system recognized a signal. We are moving. Stay close. Stay quiet. Stay safe. But here's the part most people miss. Holding was not enough. A seated mother did not create the same calming effect. The strange part is, the key was real movement. Touch plus motion. A body being carried through space. Scientists call this the transport response. Ancient parents did not have that language. They had the result. Pick the baby up. Walk. Do not stop too early. And the crying begins to fade. Then comes the moment every parent knows. The baby finally sleeps in your arms. You lower them down carefully, almost holding your breath. And the second contact breaks. The eyes open. The cry returns. It feels cruel. But biologically, it makes sense. The baby's body is not only reacting to comfort, it is reacting to being carried, to movement, to the signal that a caregiver is still there. And this response is older than humanity. Researchers have seen a similar pattern in baby mice. When a mother mouse lifts her pup, the pup becomes still. Its distress calls drop. Its heart rate slows. A human baby in a parent's arms and a mouse pup in its mother's mouth are separated by millions of years of evolution. But both seem to be running a very old biological program. That is what makes the response so fascinating. Culture did not invent it. Culture learned how to use it. A baby that goes quiet when carried is easier to move, easier to hide, easier to rescue. If danger appears, a parent does not need a twisting, screaming infant. They need a child that becomes compact, quiet, and carryable. So this calming reflex may not have evolved simply to make babies comfortable. It may have helped babies survive, and it helped parents save them. Now think about parents in the ancient world. No pacifiers, no white noise machines, no electric swings, no soft nursery, no modern sleep advice, just arms, cloth, movement, voice, and endless trial and error. They did not understand heart rate. They did not know the nervous system. They did not know why sitting still failed, but walking worked. But after enough sleepless nights, the lesson became impossible to miss. The lab came much later. The pattern came first. A baby calms faster when the body moves. So parents walked. They rocked. They carried babies while gathering food. They carried them while moving camps. They carried them because there was no better option. And in doing that, they were pressing one of the oldest calming buttons in mammalian biology. But movement was only the first tool. Humans added another one: cloth. Across many societies, newborns were wrapped in fabric to limit sudden flailing of the arms and legs. Today, we call it swaddling. And modern safe sleep rules matter. But in the ancient world, swaddling was not a trend. It was technology. Technology made from cloth. Newborns have a powerful startle reflex. Their arms shoot out. Their bodies jerk. They wake themselves up, and the crying starts again. Swaddling reduced that chaos. It gave the body a boundary, a feeling of pressure, a signal that said, "You are held." You are contained. You are not falling. That is why versions of swaddling appeared again and again across human history. Different materials, different beliefs, different rituals, same basic discovery. Less uncontrolled movement often made a baby easier to settle. And this is where the old world becomes surprisingly modern. Because humans did not stop with touch and movement. They added rhythm. They added voice. They sang. Other animals carry their young. Other animals protect their young. But humans turn protection into sound. Every known human culture has some form of infant-directed song. Slow, repetitive, soft, simple. A lullaby is not just music. It is touch, motion, and rhythm working together. A familiar voice, a breathing pattern, a signal from the caregiver's body to the infant's body. The world is not ending. You are not alone. In ancient Mesopotamia, some of the oldest surviving lullabies show how seriously people took a crying baby. In a Babylonian world of household spirits and ritual language, a baby's cry was not treated as a small inconvenience. People believed it could disturb the home, trouble the gods they believed in, and invite unseen danger. So they sang, they rocked, they held. Sometimes they wrapped these actions inside prayers and rituals. But underneath the belief system, they were doing something very practical. They were combining the three signals that calm an infant most powerfully: touch, motion, and rhythm. They did not know the science. They knew the pattern. And that may be the most important part. People in the ancient world were not primitive in the way we sometimes imagine. They were observant. They were exhausted. They were adaptive. And when a problem repeats for thousands of generations, observation becomes a kind of science. One parent notices the baby quiets when carried. Another notices the baby sleeps longer when wrapped. Another notices humming works better than silence. Those discoveries get passed down, not as research papers, as habits, as songs, as grandmother advice, as rituals, as the simple instruction every tired parent still hears: walk with the baby. It sounds simple, but that is exactly the point. The modern parent pacing across a room at 2 in the morning is not doing something new. They are repeating an ancient survival pattern. The room changed, the danger changed, the tools changed. But the baby's nervous system is still old. Older than cities, older than writing, older than our species. A crying infant today may be surrounded by walls, lights, cameras, and machines. But deep inside the body, the same signals still matter. Hold me, move me, let me hear your voice. And somewhere in that moment, a modern parent and an ancient parent become strangely close. Both tired, both worried, both walking in the dark, both trying to turn a cry into silence, not with a theory, not with perfect knowledge, but with one of the oldest languages life ever created: touch, motion, and rhythm.